there's a difference between people who are protesting and people who are acting like thugs.
Why are we bowing down to criminals?
Yeah.
These people set a city on fire and they premeditated
And they're gonna fret over what they're being called?
They literally tried to set a business owner and his daughter on fire.
Oh, like the actual owner?
Yes. They threw lighter fluid on him. They were throwing Zippos at him
just didn't
as he
catch.
was getting into his car. They were literally trying to set him on fire. And we're apologizing for calling those people that did that, white, black, or purple, thugs, because that's what they are. You know why I think Obama is more familiar with the word thug? Because how can you come from Chicago and not have used that word?
know exactly.
I mean, that is the word that is constantly
Chicago's
used.
run by all the politicians are thugs.
Well, and it's also where the word, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, the word was used a lot to describe Chicago mob politics in the 20s and 30s. So this word has a history.
But here's the problem. There's a lot of white people out there
that are thugs.
I know some of these people haven't walked the streets of when there's Ferguson, D.C., and New York, but there's a lot of white people out there, and they are trying to set things on fire.
Yes.
They are trying to loot.
Yes.
They're a part of this entire scheme.
Yep.
So forget
Yeah, they were bussed into Ferguson.
Yes.
That one of the two of the protesters that I saw who were in Ferguson are in Baltimore now.
See.
Now, what are they doing?
Agitators.
And they're from California. So how, like, what is your job? That's what you get to do. You just get to travel around like you're following the Grateful Dead and go to all these different riots.
What are your jobs?
I mean,
What
look,
are
this
your
is
jobs?
I mean, it's a whole other topic, but I mean, these are old school Linsky tactics, and these are agitators that are being sent around to cause problems.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, everyone is saying that. I feel like thug is the new N-word. Just think about how loosely they throw that term around. Again, that is...
It's actually pretty strict.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty strict. It's, you have to be committing a crime and being horrid
you have to be trying to hurt other people that didn't do anything to you. You have to be using
But why is it? But
force.
why
Can we
out
call
of
them fascists?
everything?
I don't know.
Why? But here's what I don't understand. Out of everything that's happening, why are people choosing to argue over this word?
Because it
It's
makes
a distraction.
Well, it also makes it so these people who are clearly victimizing others can be victims, because they always have to figure out how to make the people that are on the left side of it the victim. And since these guys are the ones setting people on fire and destroying buildings, they had to find out, well, okay, how do we make them victims? I got it. We're using old school. It's the N-word. It's more of that same white privilege oppression happening. That's what's going on here. So they just figured out how to make
I
it
would
the
think
victim.
the Italians have more to be upset about for
If you use the word thug.
I mean, seriously.
anybody else.
I mean, honestly, look, I hung out with people that were called thugs when I was in high school. Never once did I think, what are you talking about? I don't hang out with black people. Like, that never occurred to me to think.
You're
like,
not going to censor our speech.
Yeah.
We're going to say thug if we want to. That's just the bottom line. You cannot tell us what we can say.
Right, we choose not to say the M-word.
Thank
They
you.
act like there's something inside me that makes it so that prevents me from saying it because I'm white. No, I choose not to say it because it's a hateful word. I'm not going to stop using the word thug because it's not a hateful word. It's a descriptive word.
Exactly, it is a descriptive
It's so
word.
ignorant. It is so ignorant.
This is how this criminal behavior perpetuates, because we indulge this kind of crap. I'm not really worried about offending people who are trying to set other people on fire, or who are burning down businesses. And by the way, the people that are being called thugs are also burning down black-owned businesses too. So, well,
I'm also not worried about offending that pasty white guy that was on MSNBC from The Nation. He works in his high-rise building in New York or D.C. or wherever he is, and starts telling us and defining racism to us.
Dude, you're white.
Yeah, I
you're
mean,
white.
seriously.
And you're telling us, me as a black person, on what is hateful. That is so ignorant of you. How dare you tell me what hate is, as far as it's nigger. It's the same thing as saying thug.
No.
Please, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of it.